Hello and welcome. I'm Theme Park Stevo, and in case you didn't know, there are some big changes coming to Alton Towers in 2025, and nobody seems happy about it. The park has just announced that 3 rides are permanently closing in 2025. Is this a major disaster? Spoiler alert, it's not as bad as it seems. They're going to be closing 3 attractions: the Alton Towers Dungeons, Flavio's Fabulous Fandango, and the Blade. Not good at all. When I first heard the news, I was outraged and really disappointed. I mean, 3 rides just gone like that. It felt like just another case of penny pinching. But you know what? After thinking it through, I've come to realise that it's not as bad as people are making out. Let me explain. The Alton Towers Dungeons. Now, I'll admit, I've never been inside. I've never done it at Alton Towers. I've done other dungeons around the country, and they're usually pretty great. They're immersive, scary, educational weirdly, and generally a lot of fun. Here's my problem with it. You've already spent a good chunk of money on a full day out at Alton Towers, and then you've got to pay extra. It's basically an upcharge. It's not that surprising it didn't get the footfall it needed to justify the high operating costs. I mean, with all the actors, costumes and props, it's got to add up. So for me, it's not really a big loss. And to be honest, I'm guessing a lot of people feel the same way as well. The next one I want to mention is Flavio's Fabulous Fandango. Now, I know this might upset some people, but let's be honest. It's basically a standard fairground attraction. That being said, it did serve a useful purpose. It absorbed crowds. And I do agree that Alton Towers needs more flat rides. So it is disappointing to see one go. But let's not forget, it was only added as a temporary attraction towards the end of the pandemic, so it's not really a big surprise to see it go. Would I like to see it relocated, or rethemed, or even just replaced? Well, yes, definitely. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not the end of the world, and to be honest, I'm not going to miss it. Now on to the Blade, which kind of hits close to home to me. As far as I can remember, this was the very first ride I ever went on at Alton Towers. I mean, way back in the early 90s. For years, it's been a great introduction ride for kids and families, so I will be sad to see it go. But here's the reality. The Blade is 44 years old. And every ride has an operational lifespan. I'm guessing it's got to the stage where it would take a lot of money to maintain it and keep it running. Which, to be honest, I'd rather see that spent on something new and exciting. However, having said that, I was genuinely looking forward to one day taking my daughter on it. She's kind of just reached the age where she's able to go on rides outside of CBeebies, and to be honest, the next time we went, this was one of the ones that she was going to go on. I think for me, it's just a bit sad that all these rides didn't get the send-off they deserved. We didn't really get told that they were going to be closing. I know there were rumours, but there's always rumours of things closing. And I think it would have been nice to give people that one last chance to go and ride them and experience these attractions. It's not all bad news though. Don't forget next year, Alton Towers are opening up their new flat ride in Forbidden Valley, which looks like it's going to be called the Toxicator. Now, I'll admit, I'm not a fan of the name at all. I don't think it's very good. But saying that, the first time I heard the Smiler, I thought the same thing. And now I love the name. So, who knows? We also have Project Horizon, which is coming soon, which should be really exciting. Which, interestingly, the boundary of that looks to almost encroach on where Flavio's Fabulous Fandango was. So I do wonder if that was part of the decision to remove it. So the bottom line is, in effect, we're losing 3 rides. 1 is a low footfall upcharge attraction. 2, a temporary fairground ride. And 3, an ageing pirate ship which has been replaced by a modern flat ride. Yes, I know the replacement for the Blade is not going to be family friendly. I do get that. Yes, I'd prefer that we weren't losing any rides at all. But if this is part of a broader strategy to modernise the park, add more high quality attractions and redirect that money to some of the bigger rides where that investment is sorely needed, then do you know what? I can live with it. But tell me, what do you think? Are these closures a backward step for Alton Towers? Or do you think it's time to clear out the dross and and move forward? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, hopefully, I'll see you out there.